There are thousands of YouTube videos all claiming to have the perfect trading strategy. This one has more than 100,000 views in only a few weeks. And so does this one. And the comment section is full of people saying that these strategies change their trading forever. But do these strategies actually work? Are they really as good as they claim to be? Today I'm putting two of them to the test. But unlike the original videos, I'm not just going to show you one profitable trade and call it a day. I'm going to backtest them properly, with code and statistics. And here's how I'm going to do that. For each strategy, I'll take the exact rules from the original video and translate them into a Python function. Then I'll backtest the strategy and measure the win rate, profit factor, and total return. And after that, I'll do something called a permutation test to see if these results are actually better than random chance. But more on that later. Let's get into the first strategy. The first strategy comes from Casper SMC, a trader with almost 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. This 5-minute scalping strategy got him over 100,000 views in only a few weeks, so clearly people like this content. Casper SMC also runs a trading room where members pay to follow his live trades. So if people are paying money to watch him trade, he probably knows what he's talking about. The strategy has 3 steps. Let's go through each one. Step 1. At the 9:30 market open, mark the high and low of the first 5-minute candle. That range becomes our playing field for the rest of the setup. Step 2. We wait for a 5-minute candle to close either above the high or below the low of the opening range. That's our breakout signal. Then we wait for price to retest that level. Specifically, we want to see a candle that wicks inside the range but closes outside the range. We enter the trade on the close of the retest candle. Step 3. We place our stop loss at the midpoint of the opening range, and we place our take profit so that we get a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio. And apparently this works on every market. So now let's translate this into a Python function. The trading rules are very clear, so this is actually pretty straightforward. First, we identify the opening 5-minute candle and store its high and low as our range boundaries. Then for each subsequent candle, we check whether a breakout has occurred, meaning a close above the high or below the low of the range. Once we have a confirmed breakout, we look for the retest. A valid retest means the wick dipped back into the opening range, but the candle closed outside the range. If we get that, we enter on the close of the retest candle. From there, we simply check on each bar whether the stop loss or the profit target is hit first. And finally, we calculate the performance metrics: win rate, profit factor, and total return. Since the video didn't specify, I set the risk to 1% per trade. By the way, if you want to check my work or try it out for yourself, the full code is linked in the description. Let's look at the backtest results. This is the equity curve over 6 months of Bitcoin data. Not great. This strategy has a profit factor below 1 and a total return of negative 14%. So in other words, it consistently loses money. But you might be thinking, maybe this is just a bad stretch of data. Maybe the Bitcoin market was just unusually choppy. And that's a fair point, so we need to dig a little deeper before we can draw any major conclusions. What we really need to know is if these results are better or worse than random chance. To answer this question, we can use a permutation test. This is how it works. We take the historical price data and randomly shuffle the order of the candles, and we do this thousands of times. Each shuffle creates an alternative price history where any real pattern in the market no longer exists. We then run the strategy on each of those shuffled datasets and record the performance metrics. This is an oversimplified explanation of permutation testing. If you want to understand exactly how and why this method works, I cover it in depth in my previous video, link in the description. The end product of our permutation test is a distribution of results that we would expect from pure chance. If our strategy has a real edge, the real metrics should sit far to the right of the distribution, like this. Let's see what this actually looks like for our strategy. We can see in these graphs that our real results are well within the range of what we would expect from random data, which means that this strategy has no statistically detectable edge. So unless you enjoy gambling, I'd think twice before joining Casper SMC's trading room. Anyway, let's see if the second strategy is any better. This one comes from ProRealAlgos, a trader and developer with over 50,000 subscribers. This video also got over 100,000 views in only a few weeks' time. But this guy doesn't just make YouTube videos. He also sells trading algorithms, courses, and indicators. A 2-year license will set you back €3,000. Although according to this website, the actual value is closer to 30,000 euros. So if it's worth that much, he clearly knows his stuff. This is getting exciting. So let's see what the actual strategy looks like. Just like the last strategy, this one has 3 simple steps. Step 1 is again marking the opening range. This one uses the first 15-minute candle, so from 9:30 to 9:45. You mark the high and low of that candle, and you also draw the 38.2 and 61.8% Fibonacci levels. In step 2, we need to confirm that the opening candle is a liquidity candle. The opening range needs to be larger than 25% of the 14-day average true range, which is a measure of recent volatility. Step 3 is our entry. If the opening candle closed red, we go long with a limit order at the low of the range. If it closed green, we go short at the high. We set the take profit at the 38.2% Fibonacci level, and we set our stop loss so that we get a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio. And the final rule is that the entry must occur within 90 minutes of the market open. All of these rules are objective, so we can easily turn this into code. Here's the function that I wrote. It loops through the data day by day. For each day, it does 3 things in order. First, it marks the highs and lows of the opening range. Then it checks if the opening candle is a liquidity candle. If it is a liquidity candle, the next step is determining the entry price, stop loss, and take profit. Then it loops through the session bars looking for limit order fills. If price reaches our entry level within 90 minutes, we enter the trade. Once we're in a position, the rest of the code checks if the stop loss was hit or the take profit was reached. At the end, we again calculate the performance metrics. And just like with the previous strategy, I set the risk to 1% since the video didn't clarify. I went through this pretty quickly, and I also skipped some details, so if you want to check it out at your own pace, the full code is linked in the description. Now let's look at the results. This already looks a lot better than the previous strategy. The equity curve isn't amazing, but at least it's going up instead of down. And the metrics tell the same story. Based on 6 months of Bitcoin data, this strategy has a 39% win rate, a profit factor of 1.26, and a total return of about 6%. So unlike the first strategy, at least this one has a positive expected value. But let's run the permutation test to see if this is actually better than random chance. The win rate and profit factor p-values are pretty high, so those are definitely not better than random chance. But if we look at the total return, that looks very promising. If you watched my previous video, you'll know that I like to see a p-value below 0.01 before I get excited. And this is getting pretty close, so there might actually be something here. But before we get carried away, let's add one thing that we've been ignoring so far: trading costs. To give this strategy every possible benefit of the doubt, I'm using the lowest fees I could find, 0.018% per side on Binance, assuming limit orders on both entries and exits. In reality, the exit is a market order which costs more, but let's be generous. Here's what happens when we add the trading costs. Now the average win drops from $201 to $179, and the average loss grows from $102 to $116. The profit factor falls from 1.26 to 0.98, and the total return becomes negative. If we look at the updated permutation results, now none of the 3 metrics outperform random chance. So maybe this strategy had a small edge in theory, but the edge completely disappears once you add commissions. So unfortunately, neither of the strategies that we tested today are profitable. To be fair, 2 strategies is not a large sample, but before you pay for anyone's trading signals, courses, or algorithms, you should probably run the numbers first. Just because some guy named Mike said this strategy works in the comment section, doesn't mean it actually works. YouTube comments cannot replace a proper backtest. Personally, I would always be skeptical of anybody that shares their strategies, because sharing your strategies is basically guaranteed to make them worse. If you're wondering how that works, let me know in the comments section. Maybe I'll make a video about it. By the way, my name is Strix and I'm a statistician by training. I've been trading and designing trading systems full-time since 2018, and I mostly trade crypto and Forex. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out the code, look for the GitHub link in the description. Thanks for watching, happy trading, and I will see you in the next one.